Welcome and thank you for tuning in to episode number 29 of 10 Tesla Topics, your show for Tesla related news, rumors, and stories. My name is Max Maurice, and today's show is for Saturday, May 6th, 2017. Topics discussed today are the following: a small update on Model Y, how to easily get a P100D, the first EGT crash, Model 3 reservations are going up, and a cable company buys 100 Model X's. Topic number 1 comes from Teslarati. So Elon Musk announced that the Tesla Model Y compact SUV will ride on a different platform than the Model 3, allowing for higher manufacturing efficiency. Which personally threw me off a little bit at least, because the Model X uses the Model S platform, and it was rumored that the Model Y would use the Model 3 platform. Well, Musk highlighted the reduced wiring in the Model Y, which will enable faster manufacturing and an overall less complex design. The Tesla Model Y will only have 100 meters of wiring. You might think that's a lot, but to put into perspective, the Model S and Model X have around 3 kilometers of wiring in the vehicle, and the Model 3 will roughly have 1.5 kilometers of wiring. So yeah, the Model Y will have a 95% reduction over the Model 3 when it comes to wiring, which is, well, quite a bit. Now, of course, while wiring isn't the only difference in the platform, Musk highlights it as a major example of the evolution. The wiring in the Model Y will have different voltage and will handle both power and data across the vehicle. The changes in the vehicle's design will allow for a much higher automation in the factory. Musk viewed the Model Y as a crucial piece to reach the 1 million vehicle target production. So yeah, the Model Y is supposed to be around roughly 2019, early 2000 or 2020. But you know, with with Tesla's dates, I will have to see about that. But of course, the main focus is still, of course, on Model 3 production and first deliveries. Topic number 2 also comes from Teslarati. So Tesla announced during their Q1 earnings update that they will be significantly expanding its global network of stores, superchargers, and mobile repair vehicles as part of the company's Model 3 launch preparation, of course. Tesla said they'll also be scaling out its service centers, in specific, its service loaner fleet, proportionately to the vehicle deliveries. Now, this is good news for people who live in a region like California, where new vehicle deliveries outweigh loaner vehicles. I mean, you can ask any Model S or Model X owner living in an area like that with a high concentration of Teslas about their experiences with service, and they'll probably tell you, a long story about long service delays and a lack of loaners. However, according to Musk, Tesla owners that are in for maintenance and repairs will soon, quote, hope service takes a long time. He says, our policy for service loaners is that the service loaner fleet will be the very best version of a Tesla that is available. If you have a Model X that comes in for service, the service loaner you will get will be the absolute, fully loaded, state-of-the-art P100D ludicrous Model X that we have. Same for the Model S. So, of course, there are many pros and cons to this. The obvious ones is that it's incredible. You'll be getting a fully loaded Tesla for a few days or weeks or whatever. But the con is that people might abuse both the system and the cars, and that'll just cause more harm. Anyways, we'll just have to see how it ends up going down. Topic number 3 comes from Electrek. So last week, Electric GT started testing their stripped-down Tesla Model S on the track. And unfortunately, their efforts were cut short when they crashed the vehicle. The racing series says that it is developing a stripped-down, racetrack-ready Model S P100D that can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2 seconds. But the track-ready vehicle they have now is the original Model S P85, so not even dual motor, just a P85, that they modified before the Tesla released the P100D. So they're testing the P85, which they call the EGT version 1.4 Tesla Model S P85, and they're developing the P100D at their HQ right now. And a day after the announcement, they posted a picture of the crash on Twitter that you could see right here. So they, of course, still have a couple challenges to overcome before they can start the championship, especially with the cooling issues related to pushing a Tesla to its limits for extended period amounts of time. For the P100D prototypes, they said that they reduced the weight by 1,100 pounds with biocomposite panels and, of course, by stripping the interior. Well, all in all, I hope it all works out because I'd love to see a P100D fly down a track like they promised. Topic number 4 comes from Electrek. So after proudly announcing reservation numbers for the Tesla Model 3 as the, quote, biggest product launch of all time, Tesla has refused to officially update the number of reservations since May 2016. They refused to confirm the number again this past week during the first quarter financial results call, but Elon did say that reservations were growing each week despite the fact that Tesla's total customer deposits were down. So despite the decrease, Musk says that Model 3 reservations are still increasing, and he explains why he doesn't want to confirm the actual number of Model 3 reservations. He says, "Here's the problem. If we do that, then people run off and make all sorts of conclusions based on that are not predictive of the future. Because you can't test drive a Model 3, if you come into our stores and you want to buy a Model 3, we try to get you to buy a Model S or X instead. We anti-sell the Model 3. But I mean, reservations continue to climb week after week. No advertising, anti-selling, nothing to test drive, still grows every week." So yeah, as you just heard, Musk claims that Model 3 reservations are still climbing despite the anti-selling. And at this point, the number has to be over 400,000, maybe even around 500,000. What do you think? Based on your assumptions and your guesstimates, how many reservations do you think there are? And topic number 5 comes from Teslarati, and this is a pretty cool story. Denver-based Layer 3 TV, a next-generation cable television service provider, is switching its service vehicles to a Tesla Model X fleet. With plans to purchase 100 Model X vehicles by the end of the year, their CEO claims that the savings from their unique installation process and the low maintenance cost of the Model X enables the company to gain, quote, substantial savings. Their installation costs nearly 50% lower than competitors, enabling the company to expand the Model X fleet and creating a win-win scenario. The company was founded in 2013 by cable veterans Jeff Binder and Dave Fellows, who raised nearly $100 million to fund their big plans to disrupt the cable service provider industry. Layer 3 TV told Teslarati that they had purchased a Model X to deliver their new service in Colorado earlier this year and recently expanded the fleet across the nation. Layer 3 currently services Chicago, Washington, D.C., Los Angeles, Dallas, and parts of Denver. Now, while Binder, the CEO, didn't release any subscriber numbers, he said that the company is seeing double-digit growths month over month. Also, little interesting side note, Layer 3 originally planned to have their fleet made up of BMW i3s, but ultimately decided the Model X better fit their needs, which this is just my opinion, but the Model X is just a little better and a little more exciting than the i3. Alright, so those are your 5 Tesla topics for Saturday, May 6th, 2017. For any questions, remarks, or even criticism, I encourage you to follow the show's Instagram and Twitter pages at 10 Tesla Topics. The links are in the description below. If you wish, you can also send me an email at 10teslatopics@gmail.com. That's TENTESLATOPICS@gmail.com. But be sure to subscribe right here on YouTube to never miss an episode, and feel free to comment down below if you have ever anything to say. We'll see you right here next Tuesday for the next show. Thank you for listening, and of course, have yourself a model excellent day.